Hey y'all, it's April 9th, I believe, 2026. Now, I was blown away, and I gotta know a lot of people are definitely gonna be talking about it. It's likely not gonna be the only thing they talk about, but it's gonna be one of the major, at least for the next day or so. Alex Jones. Not only that, Tucker Carlson as well. On top of that, Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens. And this epic truth social post, because that's what you're looking at right now. A lot of people might ask me, why the hell would you have a truth social? The app. It's like, well, why the hell would you have that? And the only reason that I ever got Truth Social is because just to hear what Donald Trump says. Other than that, the whole entire app, useless. I couldn't care any less about it. I don't even read the comment section. The comment section is always annoying as fuck. And just filled with boomer created memes. All right, so, but Donald Trump, he likes to talk about, he gets heated up in this app. Only certain dictates, only certain ones go out onto Twitter. Some do, but most of them here on True Social anyway. So a lot of people talk about Alex Jones. I mean, you've heard of it regardless if you have. I know you don't have True Social, the app, but I know you heard of this as well because everything Donald Trump said, of course, goes stupid viral. Donald Trump's losing his mind. And I'm not going to get into it too hard. Well, actually, that is what we're here to do, point out a little bit. And it's not that I hate him. In fact, I love him. And I love you too out there. Not whoever you are. You are specifically a person who I love. And I love Donald Trump too, but he's lost his fucking mind. And it's insane. And it's deadly, deadly dangerous for the entire world. Now, I think God got us no matter what happens. In fact, we have the victory. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking about. We got the victory regardless. But at the same time, in a very physical way, we might all get blown to smithereens. I wanted to point that out. And you're probably aware. I mean, we're about to perhaps get ourselves in a whole bunch of trouble. We've already gotten ourselves into a whole world of trouble over there in Iran, and we don't belong there at all. And somehow we found our way there. Thanks to Israel. Now, there's a big question about the Israel. I don't know if it's a question more as much as it's a concern. And I think the main concern with people who have any sort of idea what's going on is whether or not Israel, see, they say, oh man, Israel is controlling America's policies. They are in complete control of us. And that may very well be true, right? They would be the tail wagging the dog in that whole analogy. It would be the tail wagging the dog. The thing is, who knows? Who's the dog? Who's the tail? Is the Israeli government? Is it the American government? Which one's the dog? Which one's the tail? Doesn't even matter. They're both fucked, and we obviously can't trust either one of the governments, or a fucking Australian government or any other government, the UK. I can't name a government I trust. I cannot name one, and I just don't. They don't need me to trust them. It's not necessary that I trust a government, right? So I don't. I really don't. But of course, somehow we're in cahoots with Israel some way to only escalate and only continue to escalate something that should have never really started, or even if it started, we should have nothing to do with it. I think a lot of people agree. So, as you know, the big thing probably right now is Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, the Megyn Kelly, the Candace Owens thing, and just because it is stark raving insane. I mean, I assume that you already seen it, right? But it's a few posts down. We're on Donald Trump's feed right now, so we're seeing like in between ads and shit, we're seeing what he posts and stuff. He's posted multiple posts after his deranged post. All right, and let me just scroll real quickly to it to show you just how far down it is. This is how many posts he makes every day. All right, and I'm pretty sure nobody thinks that he's actually typing it because he is a boomer. So we just assume that he's dictating all this stuff and somebody's writing it down. All right, God, dude's way far down here. And Donald Trump, okay, this is today. He's talking all this mad mess. It was completely insane because he's referencing like basically all the people who in the alternative media space pretty much messed around and got Donald Trump elected 3 times. That is what happened. Not just to say them, but they're the big hitters. There's some big hitters he's talking about. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, maybe a Megyn Kelly. She's kind of a bitch at first, and then Alex Jones and stuff. Just insane. That's completely insane. But as I was checking that out and I was seeing what would come of that, if he was going to make it, dude, this post was so fucking long and deranged. I'm not going to read it all out right now. Perhaps I should, but I know a lot of people are going to read it word for word, read it out because it's so long and fucking deranged. And even throws in Marjorie Trader Brown at the end. Totally disrespecting anybody whose last name is Brown. These people's last name is Brown, and you're fucking disrespecting them for no good reason. But, dude, long and deranged. And at some point, it's just like run-on sentences. The same way a teenage girl who's very upset and is texting you this exact same way. This is an upset teenage girl text. Right? And at the same time, it does seem like he's getting Joe Biden to mention. Now, this person is fucking around getting us into ever-escalating war. Remember the whole ceasefire? None of us thought this ceasefire would continue. All right, but he made this whole announcement. Look, we did a ceasefire. Did not continue, not for a day, not for half a day. So that's dead and gone, the whole ceasefire thing, which, it brought the stock market up and stuff like that. Hell no, dude, the ceasefire is over. All right. And Donald Trump's kind of dealing with that, too. That's what I wanted to point out. There's probably 2 or 3 posts that he made about Iran, concerning Iran. Look, there are reports that Iran is charging fees to tankers going through the Hormuz Strait. All right, he says they better not be, and if they are, they better stop now, ! That's really what I wanted to point out. There's like maybe 1 or 2 more posts that he's making because like if you scroll up, you're going to get more recent posts. But take that post in particular. Am I lying when I say you sound like a single mother who is getting very fed up and really doesn't have the power or the guts to carry out it's like you sound like a single mother who's getting your rage all bottled up. You're full of emotions. You're very emotional. This is what I think an emotional single mother who's at her wit's end would sound like if she didn't carry on for so long. Like if she made it very brief, she would say, she would say, "You better not. You you better not do it. And if you are doing it, you better stop it." I mean, is that not completely fucking embarrassing? Number one, but that's concerning. That's someone who's completely not in control. All right. So if you can imagine the analogy, single mother, she's very frustrated. She's not capable of disciplining the children in a correct manner. That would be the father's job, but she kind of like eliminated him. And so now she's trying to carry out discipline. She can't do it, meaning she's losing control. And now the child, for example, would be just doing whatever they want. The child being Iran, I guess, or actually Israel as well. They would also be the child. They'd both be some children. And you're a single mother. You're losing all control. And either they're going to walk all over you. See, that's how it usually plays out. Either they're going to walk all over you, or the other option is that you're going to go over the top. You're going to go and do something that you regret. You are going to be quite abusive in a manner that is not appropriate. And you're gonna do some stuff gets us all into a lot of trouble. Now, I don't see any other way like out of that. When you continue to see, it's like, dude, he's not getting control over there in Iran, and what he should do is leave his fucking ass and take everybody else out with him. We should all leave Iran and not be anywhere over there, and then Israel should just do what the fuck you want, dude. Doesn't matter. We're not involved, so let's get the hell out. But you know that that's not going to happen, right? Like, that is the scenario that is the one scenario that's not going to happen. Even though it's the one scenario that should fucking happen right now. And in fact, should have happened like 39 days ago. This motherfucker's lost it, but another thing, can we get rid of him? Can't get rid of him. And put in who? Oh my god, this shit's crazy. All right, but that's enough out of me. I gotta go to bed, and fucking I'll holler at y'all a little bit. Maybe I'll holler at y'all a little bit later about it.